If you're in college and you made no friends last semester, you're super lonely and you want to actually change that for this new semester, then this video is for you. If you're on the shy side, you probably leave making friends up to chance. What this means is you're waiting for people to come up to you and initiate conversation with you to then have the chance of potentially making a connection with them. While yes, you can do that, if you are lonely and you do nothing about it, that's your fault. Totally different if you've tried before and it just doesn't work out for you, but we'll get into that. If the thought of going up to someone and initiating a conversation with them to try and see if they're cool to become friends with them is really weird and freaks you out, then start with one thing. When you want to go up to someone because you think they might be cool, or maybe you see them in class, or maybe you see them at the gym, you want to use the old man method. I'm sure everyone's been in a line somewhere, and then this old man just starts talking to you because he makes like an observation on, oh my gosh, I used to watch this team on the TV. They used to be such a good baseball team, and now they just suck. And they just strike up a conversation with you based off of an observation in their environment. That's what you can do to start a conversation. On college campuses, there's always something going on, and usually the thing that's going on, there's people around it. And if you just stand around it, you can just make an offhanded comment on like, yo, that guy is crazy, or that skateboard trick was nuts. Whatever. It could be literally any observation. That is your entry point into the conversation. People do this all the time. I'm sure you can think of more examples. The second way to enter a conversation is to ask a question to the person. It could be as simple as, hey, I'm new here. I don't know where the library is. Can you help me? People love to help other people. It makes them feel important. You can capitalize off of that. You can ask a question about the person, like, hey, where'd you get those shoes? Those are really cool. That's a compliment. That's goodwill, positive in the very first part of the interaction. And then you also or ask them a question to make them talk to you and say something back to you. And boom, they answer the question and now you're off to the races. Let's just say you compliment one of their pieces of clothing. Well, you can be like, hey, well, where'd you get that from? A lot of times if it's a girl on a college campus and they actually have a cool piece of clothing, they probably thrifted it. And they tell you, oh, I got it from this thrift store. And then you're like, oh, what thrift store? I've been trying to go thrifting more often, or whatever the heck you're going to take this conversation with. And all of a sudden, you're just off to the races. 75% of the time when you guys do this, the conversation is going to go nowhere. This person's not going to be your friend. But this is a great start, because 1 out of 4 of these conversations is going to go a lot better than the previous ones. You're going to find out you have similarities. Maybe you're from the same state. Maybe you grew up in the same type of environment. You have similar parents. You have the same number of siblings. Maybe you enjoy doing the same hobbies. You both go to the gym. You both like doing Pilates, whatever it is. And boom, that's one thing you can do with each other. Ask for their number or Instagram or Snap and be like, yo, we should do this sometime. And boom, potential new friend.